Lakeland Vale Let's Play series with me, CWATTYESO, here in Farming Simulator 19. It's the start of a lovely new sunny day. Dolores is out here bright and early, just after 7 AM, despite the fact we did the corn harvest on field 20 yesterday and went quite late into the evening. She's still up bright and early. We are quickly going to provide some food for our little chicks. Little chicky chicks. Oh, wrong tool. Forget every time you save and exit from the game. You get the slight issue, shall we say, of the wrong tool is automatically selected. Anyway, we'll give the chickens a bit of food. I know they had like enough for 7 days, but still, let's keep it topped up to 100%. It also means that when I actually sell them off, we end up with more than 100% food in the pen. But anyway, so let's look and see what we're going to do today. Now, we did the corn harvest on field 20. We've got the sunflowers to do on field 21. Okay. Just going to check. Does that need to be? Doesn't need to be limed. So we could probably do with our case Steiger going out today with the manure barrel, or the slurry barrel, should I say. He can start doing the slurry for us on field 20, and then obviously we can use our new tractor to our AFS Magnum thing, the new 2020 case Magnum. We can use that then to go out afterwards and do the subsoiling to get that field ready for replanting. Oops, I'm stuck on a tree, Right, we'll fold that back up. It's going to be easier for me, I think, to do a headland, I think, with this thing. Which means actually starting halfway down the field. Somewhere about there should do. Right, we'll crack open course plane. Field is activated. Field is activated. Just crank it up a little bit. Course generation. We're going to do field 20. We are going to do at least one pass around, probably two. I'm going to go north, starting direction. I'm going to turn, headland overlap, and do 10%. Working width, we'll actually bring that down to 35. Up and down. That's fine. Right, we'll just check his advanced settings. Lower implements late, raise implements early. No, raise implements late, lower implements early, please. And we'll just let him go on his way about his business. he can slurry this field for me while we jump in the combine. First waypoint. Off you go, good sir. Happy days. And he should be able to manually sort that out for me. He will probably need to be refilled at some point. I doubt he's got enough in the tank to be able to do this whole field. Without needing to refill. We'll take a screenshot. Why not? Right. Next task then will be not that. However, whilst we're over here at the horses, we will give them a quick little tickle with the water pipe. Where I need to be is field 21. Have a quick look. Might as well run past all the animal pens, do the water. It's the start of a new day. For all. Pigs are going to need straw looking at their pen. Yeah, 56%. They're also going to need some, well, not really need food. They have plenty. Cows have got enough food for 19 days, so don't need to worry about that. We have got rather a lot of milk building up. So there's a good chance I may need to shift some of that soon and put into our homogenised milk generator. However, looking at that, I'm also going to need to empty that and get some sold. Pigs and the cows manure is okay at the moment. Haven't got to worry about emptying that. But here we are. Right, we need to unfold. .2, we'll make that 12, just because I like round numbers. That works for me. I'm going to try and do it with follow me. Let me see if follow me will do it. If not necessarily, we'll do it the old-fashioned way. I mean, it's not too bad if I do have to just manually keep stopping every now and then and just reversing. It'll still be quicker for me to do it that way. Then by let's see. Let's go. This collision sensor is now off. Definitely need to bring him in. I think. That's better. That's how we want him to do it. And of course I can just slow down manually, do a bit of reversing. He's going to drive quite slowly anyway, so I should be able to get emptied without having to worry about causing crop destruction and stuff like we normally do whenever this guy plays up. So, sunflower harvest is coming in. And then obviously we need to get these fields flipped around pretty quick. Like I say, get our soybeans put in. Because soybeans are going to be very important for our final crop. For our autumn, late autumn, early winter harvest. I don't know whether the guy is going to drive down this road because of trees, but we'll see. He definitely won't do it if I am not lined right up on this edge. So I'm going to ignore the GPS line. I'm going to do this manually on this particular row. Here he comes. He has actually got enough room. He just won't overtake. He just won't overtake and quite put himself where he needs to be. It is what it is. Right, Mr. Slurry Barrel's getting on. Slurry truck. Tanker. He done Zedland yet? It looks like he's done 2. Possibly. I don't know where he is. There he is. He's down the bottom of the field, look. He's over there. Doing his reversing. Bless him. But yeah, we're getting on. We're getting on very nicely. We're making good progress on these harvests. Like I say, we just need to get these two fields then fertilised, subsoiled, get the soybeans planted ready for the end of the year. All the other fields are in situ, they're in growth. When they actually then are harvested, we probably will not be planting anything else on them, because like I say, I do plan to wrap this series up very, very soon, once the final winter harvest has been done. The autumn-winter harvest, which will be for things like the sugar beets, the potatoes, sunflowers there, corn on there, the oats on there. Oh yeah, we've just got a little bit to do. I'm just going to back up and empty, let him empty me. Actually now drive ever so slightly in front of me, which I can fix by doing, I'm sure it's that one. Yes. he now shouldn't drive quite so far ahead of pull quite so far ahead of me. In actual fact, if I actually dropped it down a little bit more, he'll drive a little bit, he probably won't pull quite as far past me as well, which means his pipe should always be there or thereabouts-ish when I stop. Like I say, with different tractors in the game, he will actually drive where you need him to drive. He will actually pull forward, and he'll actually drive alongside you so you can empty into him. It seems to be very tractor dependent though. For some reason, with some tractors, the follow me guy will not drive ahead of the harvester. He will just will not do it. I don't know whether it's, I don't know whether it's a collision thing or not. It wouldn't make much sense because there is an option to disable collisions on the follow me vehicle. The collision sensor, so he shouldn't then see anything in front of him. He shouldn't see any obstacles or anything to get, you know, remotely scared of. But he does. And it's a bit confusing. Anyway, I'll do this row now. I know it's not a full row, and I know I'm wasting quite a bit of the header there by not harvesting the full row, but it's good. All is good. Mr. Steiger is about to do he's going to do his headland along the top, so he's actually just doing his turn. He's doing the corners so he doesn't miss the corners. Normally I would do smooth or turn radius if the field was, you know, natural shaped. Because these fields are square, you have to do the headland with the turn command, so he actually does get into the corners and do the corners properly. Field 21 is going to need lime on it. That's a bit annoying because that's an extra process that I have to do before I can then slurry spread. Unless I do the slurry spread and go over the top of the slurry spread with the lime spreader. That probably would make more sense because the slurry spreader would be wider than the lime spreader, which would enable me to do... I could have the slurry spreader go off with course plate, and then I could follow behind it with the lime spreader. And then when we plough the field anyway, because this field will need to be ploughed after the sunflowers, or at least it will need to be subsoiled after the sunflowers, we will be able to get the soybeans planted. And I'll probably do this. I'll probably see both fields at the same time. I'll do one with the cedar air cart thing, and then I'll do the other field with the planter, because I'm still, I think, lucky enough on this game save to have seeders and planters that do soybeans. Yeah, all the seeders will do soybeans. That is fine. And the planters, of course, will do soybeans as well. So in actual fact, we could use the starer, and we could use our case seeder, and that way we would not only as well get the soybeans planted, we can do the fertilising at the same time, which would save me having to spray fertiliser on these two fields after I have planted and seeded. And then the only thing I would have to do then is worry about the weed spraying, the herbicide, which we could do fairly easily. But certainly for future maps that I play on, and this applies to my multiplayer servers as well as my single player games, I'm going to change it on every map so that seeders will not be able to plant soybeans. Seeders will only seed things like wheat, barley, oats, canola and grass. Planters will do the soybeans, corn, sunflower, potatoes, sugar beets, etc. So if you want to do soybeans in future in my maps and in my games, you will need to use a planter to plant them, which means you will have to plough or cultivate subsoil before, because obviously you can't plant planters don't direct drill, do they? But Mr. Fertilizer Man is getting on. He's still moving. He is still moving. He's not run out yet. That's nice. He must be getting pretty low though, I would think. He must be getting pretty low. Or fairly low on his stuff. Still got my sugar beet harvester, by the way, parked up at the shop. I've not been moved it yet. I've also got, I think, a new TMR mixer parked up there as well. I've not had a chance to go and fetch that stuff yet since I bought it, but we will do. Again, just empty. This is actually working reasonably nicely. I'm not having to keep jumping out the harvester and running around the field to get the auger wagon like I used to do. Here he comes. So I don't need to stop and unload at the end of every row. I can do it every second row. Obviously at some point I'll just need to bring the truck round just to empty the auger wagon, the grain cart. But failing that, it's all going very well. We're getting the harvest in, we're not doing any crop destruction or anything. We're working very well as a team, me and this I assume it's a lady under there. I think it's a lady, it's hard to tell. Because she's got the cowboy hat on, so I can't see the haircut, but I do think it's a lady. She's doing a very good job. Using our old case Magnum. That's not the 2020 one, as you will notice by the fact that this is only a 380 CVT. Whereas obviously the 2020 case Magnum is a 450, which is a lot nicer. A bit more power in the new one, in the new model. slightly higher horsepower. But I do believe, if I remember right, as well, he says, if I remember right, there should be, not only is there an oil, sugar beet harvester parked at the store, not only should there be another, maybe I didn't get the TMR mixer. Maybe what I've got parked at the store is the I'll do, whilst I'm up at this end of the field, stop there for a second, pop out, because the store is right here. Got my molasses obviously for my palletizer, for my Premos. Need to get those shifted down to field 16 at some point. I bought another one of the larger subsoilers, because what obviously I plan to do, so I didn't go for the TMR mixer. Interesting, very interesting. Is that because I didn't install it on this particular save? No, I did. The 45,000 litre trailed system. This is by DD Mod Passion, who makes a lot of nice mods for Farming Simulator 19. Available to download on the Mod Hub in-game or on Giant's official website. And like I say, it's a 45,000 litre TMR mixing wagon, which is very nice. So I can do my cow food in that. So I might possibly be selling the Anderson one that we've got currently, and have been using currently, and Dolores might be upgrading to that. It would kind of make a little bit of sense, because with the amount of cows that she will have in the future when they start reproducing and everything, it's a bit of a pain. Now, I see the message on the screen that says the work tool needs to be refilled, which is the case Steiger. So, gonna have to go and do that. So I'll probably do that when I hit the bottom edge of this field. I'll probably just stop the harvester briefly at the bottom of this field, go grab the Steiger, take the Steiger over to the farm, refill it with slurry, whiz it on the way back. At that point, we've probably reached the end of this episode, which means I will have to carry on off camera and get the sunflower harvest finished. I don't really want to do another video on the sunflower harvest, like I did with the corn. It gets a little bit maybe boring for the viewers just to see me driving up and down doing the harvest. So I'll probably do the harvesting bit off camera, and then the next video I'll bring you guys back when we are ready to do the lime spreading, and then obviously start the subsoiling process. I'm just wondering how I'm going to do that. Stop him there. Right, I need to go get my Steiger. Because that's going to need to be on a subsoiler. The Steiger is going to need to be on a subsoiler. I don't know then if I have a tractor that is powerful enough to do. Stop that there for a second. I'll just close that out of the way, because obviously you need to come back down here and do the sleigh. Gonna refill this. Now this is obviously going to be fiddly to refill. Not gonna lie, It's fiddly to refill. Because I've got to move that thing. And if anybody wonders why I don't use the Wapster manure slurry system mod, because honestly, just refilling this thing with this pipe is a bit of a faff. If I was having to use like manually placed pipes and pumps and stuff like that to refill tankers and any liquid transporting equipment, that would probably get super seriously annoying. I'm gonna have to have the menu open, I think. Trying to find out where the trigger is on this thing. Back. There we go. Start filling. It just takes a little bit of practice. Once you get used to it, you get used to where the trigger is, you will be much quicker at refilling these implements than me. I mean, I appreciate the added realism that you would need to plug that in. I mean, obviously with this slurry system mod from Wapster, you would have to get a pipe and connect a pipe onto that, and then you'd have to have a pump to draw the slurry out, make sure the pump's connected in the right direction, so you're drawing the slurry out of there, and then you'd have to have a pipe then that connects to this to fill it, and you'd have to manually connect the pipe, and then once it's filled you'd have to manually disconnect the pipe. I mean, yeah, like the realistic idea of the mod, it's perhaps just a little too hardcore for me to play, especially like you say, if you know, I don't really want to spend videos upon videos playing with pipes and stuff, you know. You know, if I wanted to do, you know, if you wanted to do that, you could play Factorio or something, which would be Pipe Simulator. You know? Pipe Simulator 5 million or whatever it is. Anyway, we filled him up quite quickly. That was nice. That was not as long as I thought it would take to do that. Get this guy back on track. Hopefully he will, if we can restart him at the nearest waypoint. A bit of luck, he'll now finish the rest of this field adequately for me without messing up, without dropping a clanger. Oh, he has dropped a clanger there, look, he missed a bit. He's missed a bit. Means I'm going to have to double check his work. Check his work. Anyway. Unless that bit, of course, is already fertilised because of possibly maybe crop destruction, which may have possibly, maybe, could have realistically occurred when we did the initial harvesting of the field. But anyway, I'm going to leave this guy to carry on. He will get to the end of the field. He will stop doing what he's doing. At which point, he says, I will return to corn harvesting. In fact, actually, this gives me the perfect opportunity to drive this truck over here, empty our grain cart now. So thank you everybody for watching today's episode of the Lakeland Vale Let's Play series. Really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you click that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you're not doing so already. Don't forget to leave your comments in the comment section down below. Remember to share the video with whoever you see fit, wherever you see fit. Make sure you share the video with everybody in the world, you know, because that helps. And of course, feel free to check out the description of the video anyway, where there are some lovely affiliate links and codes to download Farming Sim and its DLCs from Giants directly. So if you happen to be missing a DLC, or you don't own the game but want to play the game having now watched the videos, that's a great way to do it. Click the links in the description down below. I've been CWATTYESO. This has been the Lakeland Vale Map by Stevie, and all Stevie's mods are available to download from his Facebook group over at Farm Simulator Mods on Facebook. You can find this map and all his others, as well as his individual vehicle and equipment mods, all on that Facebook page. And that's the only official place to download his mods. If you see his mods on any other websites or mod sites, they are not official and you should avoid downloading them, because you might be exposing yourself to harmful viruses and malware and things like that from those, sadly, scumbag sites that steal and re-upload mod authors' content without permission and change the download links. So, be sure to come back and join me in the next episode of Lakeland Vale. For now, from me, goodbye.